ta, ta, ta. Tanisha. Tanisha. I'm with you, Tanisha. Tanisha. Tanisha.
Hey guys, welcome back to Tanisha Strong. Alright, I know it's been a minute, guys. I know. You're probably like, girl, where the hell have you been? But I've been working, okay? I've been working as an RN now. So, guys, so this video is going to be about how it is being a new grad nurse working in a hospital. Yo, sorry, I had a burp. But listen, being a new grad nurse in the hospital, it is so different from obviously being in nursing school, doing your preceptorship and stuff in the hospital while you're what they call like in school, in nursing school. Because your senior year at my school, we had a preceptorship where we went in the hospital and we shadowed a nurse. It's totally different from being on orientation as being working as a registered nurse, obviously, because you're able to do stuff. You have your license to give meds, your license to actually do stuff. So right now, guys, I'm on orientation at my job at the hospital I work at. I am an oncology nurse. I started May 16th of 2022. And it's been a couple of weeks now, over a month now that I've been working as a nurse, y'all. But I'm going to tell you guys the whole rundown of how my experience been going and essential things you guys will need when you're working in the hospital. So stay tuned, guys, because I have all the tips and I'm going to tell you guys my experience and everything that I've been through. So stay tuned. All right. So first off, I started May 16th as an oncology nurse, guys. I'm not going to say what hospital I work at. If you know, you know. If you don't, it is what it is. But all right. So being an oncology nurse, guys, I thought like, I'll be able to give chemotherapy right off the bat, like when I get there. Obviously go through training, but I thought I'll be able to give chemotherapy when I got the job. But no. You have to wait a whole year as a nurse, as an oncology nurse first, working on the floor, learning all the different skills and everything, and then you'll be able to give chemotherapy. I was sad about it, but it is what it is. It makes sense. They want to make sure you know what's going on, have your skills behind you before you're able to give chemotherapy, which is understandable. But okay. So I started May 16th shadowing another nurse. So it's called a preceptor, orientation, everything's like the same basically. So I'm on orientation shadowing a nurse. When I tell you guys, it's been a lot. Like, I learned so much. Like, it's been crazy, like actually studying and putting all my knowledge to use now, so it's definitely like, obviously you have to learn the books, like learn what you're doing first, like the meds, everything, and like how you did in nursing school. But then actually the hands-on part is more like, it's just different. Like, and it's crazy because when you're in nursing school, you don't learn how to draw blood. So when you're on the floor, you're learning as you go. So like, if you don't know what you're doing, patients are gonna be looking at you like, what are you doing? What's going on? But you have to go in there with confidence. You have to act like you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, but obviously you have your preceptor there and they're like, telling you the steps and everything of what you're doing and how to do it. So it's not that bad. But I've been able to do a lot of blood draws now on my own, getting the blood back and being able to draw the blood on my own now, the tubes and everything. So it's been a great experience, guys. I learned so much. I learned how to draw bloods. I learned how to insert IVs. I've been dealing with a lot of different patients because my floor, even though it's an oncology floor, is also basically a med surg floor. So I'm seeing all types of patients, not just oncology patients, all types of patients that don't even have cancer. So it's like, it's crazy. I learned so much. So before I get deep down into my whole experience, I want to let you guys know the essential things that you have to have working on the floor that I feel like is really important. So first off, getting a nursing bag, a book bag, wherever you want to have. I got this. So I have an umbrella because, guys, when you're working in the hospital, you really can't see outside unless you're like, at my hospital, I can't really see outside unless I'm in the patient's room or getting medications in the med room, because I'm really walking down the hallway and I be forgetting, don't be knowing what's going on outside, and I know where everybody's like, it's raining. I'm like, what? It's pouring down. So always have a umbrella with you, because you never know what you're gonna walk into when you get off of work. Like, you don't know if it's gonna be pouring rain and you still gotta walk to your car. So it's always good to have an umbrella. A nursing hat, guys. I got these off of Amazon. It's really good, like if you have a bad hair day, guys, and you want your hair being out or whatever, then this is a good hat. And then it has like the little buttons on the side where you can put the mask around it so it won't irritate your ears too much. So this is really helpful, because those masks be annoying sometimes, like ringing all day, and it be around your ears and your ears start to get really irritated, and this helps with that. Okay, a little scrub hat. I always stand out from everybody because I'm always rocking different hats, y'all. Like my one of my friends, she got me a hat that says Nurse Tanisha on it. I'm like, yeah, period. And it's pink and green. It's so cute. Like, it really stands out from everybody. But our scrubs that we have to wear is navy blue. So yeah, I didn't wear in different colors. I don't care, because it's like, it is what it is. Like, I have to wear navy blue, but I'm gonna switch up the colors of my hats. Okay, so yeah, of course, that's the scope. Let me a stethoscope, y'all. Make sure you have your stethoscope. Mine's have my name on it. I don't know if you really can see it, but yeah, mine's have my name on it. So I got navy blue so it can match my scrubs. I was about to say uniform, but my scrubs. Okay. All right. You want to have a clipboard. A clipboard, y'all. So this clipboard is really helpful, like actually like writing down stuff, and you know, like it's good to have a clipboard. Like, you know, you want something hard so you can write on and walk around, like, and this clipboard has like a little hidden area where I can put like different paperwork, different stuff in here. So like, this is really good. Like, I love this clipboard. Amazon as well, y'all. And it has like some different, like, you know, reminders and like stuff on here on the back. So this is really good for that as well. Like, you know, walking around the hospital, gotta have yourself a clipboard. But all right, so this is the thing I wanted to tell you guys about. I have some stuff in here. I have a lot of junk, but listen. So your nurse brain. I have a nurse brain. So I shadowed like so many different nurses already on my floor, because some days my preceptor schedule I can't follow all the time, so I end up being with different nurses sometimes. And this one nurse, I was just like, when I first got there, I was just like so confused. I'm like, how am I gonna, you know, keep up with my day, keep up with what's going on? You know, you have different patients. Like up on my floor, we have up to 5 patients each. Like each nurse to patient ratio is 1 to 5. So I'm like, how am I gonna keep up what's going on when I gotta do this, when I gotta do that? And some nurses, they just use like a regular blank paper, and they just like put out the patient's room number and initial so they can remember which patient's what. But I just felt like, no, I need something that's already like mapped out for me so I can just plug in my information. So she had this nurse brain that she had, and I took it because I was like, this was really helpful. So it has the nursing times on here. Okay, nursing times. It has the lab value, like this is like a little chart for labs. This is the room number, codes, alerts, the team, the patient's name, age, allergies, and then like their temperatures, their vital signs right here, and their diagnosis. And then this is the time, so you'll be putting the med times, like when you have to give meds. So down here is what you use, like what time you're gonna give meds. And I use like the blank areas up here, and I put like little circles. So like I could like check off, like, okay, I got this done. So if I need to like change a patient's wound, or I need to give a COVID vaccine or something, I put a circle right here and I check off the different things I have to do for that patient. So I use different colors, of course, different color pens and everything, but this nurse brain helps me stay on track of my day and knowing what I have to do for each patient. So I made so many copies, so you know, I have 5 patients every shift, so I make sure I have enough for when I need it. So yeah, this right here, y'all, figure out your nurse brain so it can help you get through the day. Because I'm telling you, when you first go on your job, you're gonna be looking like, what is going on? What do I have to do? Like, you're just gonna be so confused. And this will help you for sure, okay? So also this, guys, this is like a little nursing little strap that you put around your waist and everything. Okay, this is my badge and everything. So you always want to have a marker with you. A marker is important because you want to change your name on the patient's board, your name, put your text name, you know, circle their pain score, different things you have to write on the board. You want to always have a marker with you. Essential need, okay? Here are my different color pens that I was telling you guys about. I have different color pens, different more pens in here, guys. And you want to have a pencil. So at my job, we have S board. We have like, you know, like the S bar. A yellow sheet for us is a yellow sheet S bar form that we're going to be doing like for change of shift report for different nurses. And you have to erase the, you know, erase like information. Like say if the patient's IV come out, you have to erase it. They don't have an IV right now. Or if you change the IVs, you want to like be able to erase the information and change it. Like you want to be able to edit the paper. And we use pencil, so you'll be able to write, erase. So having a pencil is really important to have on my unit. Having lotion, guys. We're washing our hands so many times, so much at the hospital, and your hands get dry and irritated. Make sure you have some lotion. So this is the lotion I have. I got from Bath & Body Works. So small and cute, and it fits perfectly in here. What else I have in here? Of course, your pens and stuff. I already said. A pair of scissors, guys. Having scissors is really important. Like if you have to cut off gauze or cut off tape or anything you have to cut off, you have your scissors, your pair of scissors. So having a pair of scissors is really important to have. But what I don't have right now is a Sharpie. So say if you change a patient's wound or something. Like I'm always using a wound, but like that's what I do a lot in my job. Like patients have like a lot of wounds and pressure ulcers and stuff, so I have to be changing them. So you want to have a Sharpie to be able to write your initials and to put the time and the date that you changed it. So it's really important to have a Sharpie. Also, like, what else? I don't know, I just lost my train of thought, but it will come back to me. But yeah, so this is really important to have. My stuff is just unorganized right now, it's all over the place, but yeah, that's all I really have in here. Is my pens, my marker, my Sharpie that I'm gonna get soon, and my scissors. And like I put my IDs and my, you know, my driver's license, my card in here when I'm walking around the hospital, so I always have it on me. So also my bag, I have some snacks, some granola bars, y'all. When I tell you I be getting hungry, I usually take my break like around 3 or 4, the latest 4, but I try to take like around 3 because I work 12-hour shifts, 7 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. And when I tell you, when you eat your lunch at 3, it makes it feel like the day is going by so much faster. Like when you eat too early, like 12, 1, then it's like, okay, you already took your lunch break, then now, yeah. But when you eat your lunch at 3 or the max 4, the day go by so much faster. Because guys, look, by then, because we can take an hour break. So if you don't take your 15 in the morning or whatever, then you can take an hour break. So I always take an hour break because I need my break. But anyway, you know, like if somebody calls and they need something, if a patient calls or anybody needs anything, obviously you have to stop what you're doing and you have to go. But I usually take an hour break, and yeah, I'll take it at 3. So 3 o'clock, y'all, I'm not back till 4. And then, yeah, so the key is take your lunch a little later so the day goes by faster, okay? But these are the snacks, like in the morning time, like if I'm hungry, if my mouth is getting dry or something like that, I have my snacks. And these snacks right here, guys, are the bomb. They taste so good. If you're not allergic to nuts or almonds or anything like that, this is perfect for you, okay? It's just so good. Alright, so now it's time to talk about the experience. So now you guys know the essential items that you need to bring while you're working on your job in the hospital. So, okay. So, my orientation, how it works at my hospital, you have to go up the ladder. You start off with 1 patient, you shadow your nurse, and you have 1 patient on your own. Then your preceptor will take 4 patients, and you take 1. So you're in charge of taking care of that 1 patient. But of course she's still overlooking, and you're able to ask her questions if needed and if you need help or anything. But then as weeks go on, then you have 2 patients, then she takes, no, I said, wait, then she takes 3. So like, yeah, then I would get 2, then she would get 3, right? But of course, all the patients are still hers, but I have 2 that I'm actually hands-on with, doing everything for. As weeks go by, you get 3 patients, and then she get 2. So like thing just keeps going up and going up. So right now, guys, I have 5 patients right now of my own. I officially made up the ladder, and I am almost off orientation. I literally get off orientation like the first week of August. So I've been doing really well. They have confidence in me. They've been seeing my potential. They've been seeing my work ethic. They've been seeing how I've been doing really well with my patients. I've been getting good report from my patients as well. Like so far, it's been 2 patients that my nurse manager went around and asked, and I had asked them, like, how are you liking your nurse? Like, is there, you know, do you like her and everything? And they gave me good feedback. Like, I'm telling you, so it's really important to show respect and show you a good personality and be great when you're entering your patient's room, because they are watching you. And the nurse managers are going in those rooms where you're not looking, and they're talking to your patient to see if they are, you know, being treated good, or if they are, you know, if they like their nurse and everything, because patients will tell the next nurse that they don't want that nurse back or anything. Like, I had patients who told me they don't want that nurse back. Make sure I don't get that nurse back. So it's really important that you are being great to your patients and taking good care of them, because they will tell on you. So, okay, be aware of that. But yeah. So right now I'm at 5 patients right now. I would say the first week with 5 patients, I was definitely overwhelmed. I was definitely like, oh my gosh, like this is a lot going on. And it was just like crazy, because I'm just like, I was doing so good, and I'm like, hold up. Like, this is reality now. I have 5 patients. But of course, that's how it is when something is new to you. You're always like, oh my gosh, wow, like this is crazy. Like, am I gonna be able to handle it? But now, this is like my 2nd week now with having 5 patients, and I feel like I got a hang of it. And it's really good when you work back to back. Like, I work 3 days a week, 12-hour shifts. So when you take assignments from, say if I worked a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and if I come all those days back to back, most likely you'll get the same patients again. So that's why it's really good when you work, you know, 3 days in a row, because you'll get the same patients. So if I get my set of patients on Monday, first day is going to be crazy. Like, you're trying to understand and figure out these patients. Then the second day, okay, you got it. You know what's going on, because you are with them for 12 hours already the day before. So you're already going to know your patients. You already know what you're going to do for them. The next day, the last day, you mastered, because you know the patients at this point. You already know them already. So like, you know what to do. So that's, I would say, like, it's a bonus when you work back-to-back shifts. But of course, they're tiring. It's overwhelming after a while. It's just like, I really got to go back tomorrow and do 12 hours, another 12 hours. But I definitely feel like it's really worth it when you work back to back like that, because you really get the same patients most of the time, and you get to understand them, and you get to, like, you know, learn how you can make things better and stuff like that. But of course, some people like working every other day, which is fine. Everybody has what they like to do. And sometimes you probably won't even get new patients if you work every other day. Like, you just never know. But on my floor, I've been seeing what's been going on. If you work 3 days in a row, you get the same patients, and yeah. But okay. So having 5 patients, I would say, guys, you just have to know how to balance your time. Like, you have to get on the ball game. Like, after you're getting a report from the night nurse, you need to go in those patients' room, and you have to assess them. Like, you need to go in there and do your assessments, and then you need to organize your nurse brain, so you can figure out, like, okay, who needs to get their meds first based off the type of meds you're giving. Like, if it's a blood pressure med, or if it's insulin, or the person has diabetes, you need to figure out who you need to go to first, you know, so you can map out what's going on. Of course, making sure you check your result view. At our system, we use Cerner. So you either go to result view and you look at their vitals, look at their blood sugar. Like, you want to look at everything so you can know what's going on with your patient, making sure that you are checking and refreshing your screen so you can see if the doctor's putting in new orders. So I'm telling you, like, guys, it's been a lot. Like in the beginning, looking at that system, I was like, this Cerner system is crazy. Like, it's small. How am I gonna figure things out? But after a while, y'all, like, it gets you. Like, I'm telling you, you get used to it. I have nurses on my floor who are like 80 years old. Like, they're old, and they're working that system very well. I'm like, if they can do it, I can do it. Like, I'm telling you. So everything comes with time. Like, you have to be patient with yourself. You can't rush. You have to really just relax and just think and just take a deep breath. Like, you got this. Like, so what I do, I go in, after I get a report, of course we do bedside reports. So we're looking at the patient. I come in and I say hi. So saying hello, put my name on the board and everything. And then when you're done, like, doing all that, you come back in and you go back into your patient's rooms and you do your assessment. That's how I do it. because of course the night shift nurse, they had to go, so they're not going to be in there while you're doing your full head to toe assessment. But when they're gone, I'm going back in the rooms, I'm doing my head to toe assessments, and I sit back down and I like fill out my nurse board, my nurse brain, and I try to figure out like, okay, these are the meds they have to get, this needs to be done and everything, and making sure you delegate to the techs, because you don't want to be doing everything. You're just one person, like you can't do everything, that's going to overwhelm you. You have to delegate. So making sure that you speak to your team, your staff, and making sure you're talking to people and keeping a good bond with people, because when you don't have a good bond with somebody, they're not going to listen to you, they're not going to want you, they're not going to do what you tell them to do. So you always want to keep a good bond, a relationship with your coworkers and everybody that you're working with. So far, everybody on my floor has been great. Then haven't had any really big problems with anybody at all. So I just want to keep it that way, because I mean, who wouldn't like me? I mean, Tanisha, like I'm cool. Like I don't have problems with nobody. Like I don't want no beef, no issues. Like that's just not me. But okay. So also in the morning, what I feel like is really essential and important to do, I will insert the clip of the items that I use in the morning, that I gather in the morning. So I made a TikTok video of like my daily routine at work. So basically, I get like a bucket, right? Like I say a bucket, but it's really it's like something that you can measure urine or stool or anything. Like it's just a clear container that you can use, and I put in IV tube labels, because if you're changing a label, you have to label it so the nurse will know like how many days it's been up, so they know if they gotta change it, get a new set. So you always want to have IV labels. You want to have your normal saline syringes to flush the lines and make sure they're patent. You want to have your like green caps, so you can put like, it has alcohol in them, so there are green caps that you can put at the end of the IV tubes to make sure nothing is going in and out the tubes, and make sure that the tubes are clean and stay away from bacteria. And you want to make sure you have your blunt needles. So you use the blunt needles, like I give a lot of heparin injections, y'all. A lot of heparin injections. So you want to have your sub-Q needles with your blunt syringes, so you can pull, out the heparin bottles. Also, what I have those. What else do I carry around with my carry around? Oh, and I carry around like insulin needles too, because we have like the little insulin needles as well. Alcohol wipes. You want to have alcohol wipes as well, because when you give me injections, you have to clean the patient's skin first. And yeah, that's the most, I think, I make sure I have my cart. And I also like cleaning my cart down too in the morning. Like I put gloves on and I get my, disinfectant wipes, and I clean off my little roly-poly, my little nurse cart, and I clean it down and everything, because some nurses, you don't know what's going on, you don't know what they be doing, touching everything, and then they touch the computer, like no. So I make sure I clean off everything, so I don't be touching what they've been touching, no. So yeah. See, when you gather most of your supplies and everything in the morning and you have it in your cart, this prevents you from running back and forth into the supply room when you could have everything right there. And I even grabbed some extra IV tubes and like secondary tubes as well, and I put on my cart as well, because sometimes you go to the patient's room, is no labels, and you're like, I don't know if this is good or bad, so you just have to change it. So you always want to have your supplies with you, some supplies with you, because you don't want to be running back and forth. Like that's what's going to make you tired. That's what's going to wear you out when you have to do all that extra work. So just make sure you just gather all your items and you'll be straight for the day. On orientation, y'all, like as a new grad nurse, it's been a great experience. Like I learned so much. I've been doing so much and seeing so much this far. My preceptor, she's amazing. Like I learned so much from her. Like I'm becoming a better nurse because of her. Like of course I got the knowledge, I had a little bit of skills, but actually working on the floor, I like gained a lot of more skills from her. Like she taught me so much in the hospital. Like I tell you, like she's really great. Like, and like that's my girl. So thank you so much, Preceptor Christina. So even though like she was only like what I call like a year older than me, at first I was like, I really have to listen to her. Like she's only a year older than me. Like, are you serious? Like I'm so used to like listening to somebody that's way older than me. But I'm just like, are you serious? But I learned so much from her. Like it's gonna be so sad because I keep like call her like if I need her. Even though like even when I get off orientation, I can still ask nurses or anybody. I'm still gonna ask questions because I'm not gonna do something that I don't know. So I'm gonna ask. You always gotta ask for help if you don't know something. Don't do something if you don't know, because that will get you in trouble. But I always make sure I ask my questions. But it's just gonna be like, it's gonna feel so weird not having that person there. Like, okay, can you go in that patient's room and help me out while I'm in this patient's room? Like, that's what we make. Like, we're a team. Like, we're a tag team. Like that. It was just so nice to have that support and have that person there to always be there when you need them. But now it's like, we're not gonna be working the same shifts no more. Like, she even know I be complaining about her schedule all the time. Like, girl, why you pick these days? Like, I hate these days. Why you pick these days? But now we're not gonna have the same schedule now. So it's just like, you know, I'm not gonna always have her there when I need her all the time. So I've been trying to, like, you know, like, not really call her that much. Like, when I really, you know, like when I don't need her, like, just not calling her for no every little different things. Like, I'm just gonna go with my gut because I know this. But if I'm really not sure, then I really make sure I ask my questions. But being on orientation, y'all, you're gonna learn a lot. You're gonna see a lot. Make sure you ask questions. Don't do stuff if you don't know. If you don't have that good feeling and confidence that you know what you're doing, don't do it. I'm telling you, you don't want to make no mistake and cause any problems. But working day shift, I feel like it's really not that bad. A lot of people say they don't want to work day shift because of the family members and everything. But I just feel like when you go in the room with confidence and you know, talk to the family members and you just show that you just have a good spirit, then everything will be fine. Like, I feel like if you are just not like a good person or just be nasty, then like it's gonna be tension. It's gonna be weird in the room. But like, I just feel like I'm a people's person, so when I go in the room, it's not weird for me. Like, I'm able to talk to everybody in the room, like keep them updated what's going on. Like, if the patient's vital signs is low or anything that's going on, like I'm informing the family members what's going on, so it won't be like I'm in the room and I'm just talking to them with the patient and just forgetting about them. I keep them engaged. I keep everybody involved with what's going on, because you want things to be awkward, you know. But it's really not that bad with the family members. They're helpful, you know, like they will help you out. Like, they will like even feed the patient, you know, if they're a feeder or something like that, they will help you. So it's not like you're on your own. Like, they will help you out. So it's really not that bad when you think about working day shift. Night shift, I don't really know. I don't think I'll ever work night shift, because it's like, I cannot probably not stay up at night. Like, that's just too much. My mom's a night shift nurse, and I don't know how she do it, but she's been doing it for years. But everybody's different. Everybody is just, everything I studied with UROAD and me being in nursing school, I've seen it, I hear it, like certain medical terms and everything, nursing terms and everything. I've seen everything in the hospital. Like, I'm telling you, like, this floor is really gonna have me well-rounded, and like I feel like I can do anything now by being on this floor. It's basically a med surg floor. Like, and it's crazy because I was like, I do not want to do med surg. Like, no. But I end up being in a med surg type of floor anyway. But it is what it is. I've been seeing a lot, learning a lot. I keep saying that over and over again, but it's true. Like, it's crazy. Like, you don't even know the type of stuff I've seen. Like, I can't even tell you. Like, it's just crazy. Like, I'm like, wow. But all I gotta say is, UWorld, if you don't have UWorld, you better get it now to pass that NCLEX. When I tell you guys, I didn't feel that confident coming out of nursing school, like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna be able to pass this NCLEX. After doing UWorld, I knew what was going on. I learned so much stuff. I was reinforced information that I learned in nursing school. It helped me even learn stuff that I didn't really even understand when I was in nursing school. Like, UWorld helped me become a nurse. Okay, passing my boards on the first attempt, guys. First attempt, period. So make sure you guys get that UWorld and you be good, guys. So good luck, new grads. You guys got this. I'll be soon doing a giveaway because I have books and stuff. But y'all, if y'all want it, I mean, everybody learns differently. So I would say when I do my giveaway and you win my Sanders, I have like so many different like NCLEX prep books that I have. So that can probably help you guys pass your NCLEX, your board. So you never know. UWorld might be not helpful for you, but it was helpful to me. So, I mean, it wouldn't hurt entering my giveaway. I'll be doing that soon though. So stay tuned, guys. Love you guys. I'm trying to be more active because I'm like, I know I have a lot of information and stuff that people need to know and like will want to know, like, you know, before entering a hospital or anything like that. So definitely, guys, I got you. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to get back on here. I was in a good mood today and I'm like, you know, let me make a video and tell you guys what's going on. So when I get off orientation, I get a little bit further in with working on my own, like with nobody like really next to me anymore. I will keep you guys updated and let you guys know how that's going. So stay tuned, guys. I love you guys. Bye. Attitude strong. What? Attitude strong. Hey. I'm trying to get back on here, guys. So see you guys soon. Peace.